Hello, welcome to Game 5 of my match against Nottoobad. We are currently tied at 2-2, so it's an even match at this point. Quickly looking at this kingdom, I see Recruiter, and I see Way of the Rat. Pretty much I just see Recruiter though. How do you get to Recruiter? You buy silvers and then you hit Recruiter. From there, you get an upgrade to thin coppers nicely, and then you upgrade either a Recruiter or an upgrade to Grand Market. Then you can rat the Grand Market, and things go vroom at that point. You get tons of Grand Markets, and maybe you grab some Platinums. I'm not quite sure where we transition to the end game here. Farmland, it doesn't seem super useful. Platinums do seem useful. Gold's not as much. So I think we just open silver, recruiter, upgrade, and then move from there. Hope to hit recruiter twice at least. The second 5 is not as absolutely clear to me as the first. The first is always going to be recruiter here. The second one is some consideration, I guess. That's what I'll say. This has been a really interesting, the last two games were both quite interesting, close games. I felt like either of us could have won, and I ended up on top in both of them. So pretty happy about that. The first two games, not quite sure. I felt like one of them at least, we opened identically, and they had a better turn, and then it just kind of, they were able to stay a little bit ahead the whole game. So second silver. Didn't want to see 6 necessarily, but you know, I'm always going to take a recruiter here. And yeah, on 2, I just pass, I guess. This is quite, I was hoping to take like an Amulet or a silver or something. Like if they take Amulet silver and still hit recruiter, which it looks like they're going to do, it feels quite bad for me. The engineer doesn't do anything, so in theory they could have like 2 coppers, 2 estates here, but they were able to get a recruiter regardless. So yeah, I click the second recruiter, and my next hand has, what, 3 coppers, silver, 2 estates. So if I 1 in 3 chance of hitting upgrade, otherwise I just have 2 recruiters in the deck and figure out what I want to grab. Okay, great. I hit 5, I can grab an upgrade. Upgrade is mostly, it's a cantrip, it trashes a copper, and I'm going to upgrade something into a Grand Market fairly quickly. So they have not seen their recruiter yet. They got a second Amulet. The Amulet makes a little bit of sense in terms of it adds silvers that you can trash to recruiters or use to buy a Grand Market with. You can't buy Grand Markets with coppers, obviously. Yeah, so the Amulet helps thin, but it just seems really slow here. And it seems like if you draw Amulet copper estate, it seems like you're more likely to miss 5 a couple of times. I do want the villagers here over the thing I can buy. Trash, this is 5. So I've got another recruiter down there, estate. So I'm going to start the turn with recruiter estate. I think I'm already going to add this upgrade and start to go into Grand Market stuff. So upgrade the upgrade into a Grand Market. This is a nice shuffle to trigger. I've got recruiter and 2 upgrades down there. Silver, a couple of coppers. They're thinning as well. They don't have the kind of money that I have, so I have more money, I think. Okay, so this is 6. Again, recruiter, upgrade down there. I think I'm going to take another recruiter, another upgrade. So the advantage to another recruiter is I can upgrade it into something. They were able to get a Grand Market there. Wow. I can upgrade both recruiters into Grand Markets. So that's the question. I want a 3rd upgrade, or I'm going to take a 3rd upgrade and again do the upgrade into Grand Market thing. Here I'm going to upgrade recruiter into Grand Market, trigger a shuffle, potentially even see my Grand Market next turn. This turn, sorry, this coming turn. bit of a low roll hitting that 2 and 3 on turn 4. I could have bought an amulet in that case. I'm going to turn this upgrade also into a Grand Market. The next turn I have a Grand Market and a Grand Market, 2 recruiters. So I can play a Grand Market, play a recruiter, and potentially see back around. And I guess I will now get the amulet. It seems better than nothing at 4. Will have some coppers to thin still. I've got 2 Grand Markets yet, so I think I'm doing okay. I'm going to play one this turn. Probably I might end up not playing one this turn and ratting it. Okay, we'll play this. Trash a copper. So there's just not that much good stuff that can happen next turn, I guess, is the problem. So I've got my recruiter still, got some upgrades, so I've got draw. I think I will just rat a Grand Market. No, I've got too much good stuff down there. Like, my next turn will be much better even if I don't see anything good here. Which I didn't. Okay. So this is 8. And I think I'm taking another recruiter and a silver and looking to upgrade this recruiter into a Grand Market and draw with it if not. I feel like my shuffles, and now having seen this shuffle, I think the top card's a recruiter. Maybe I'm crazy. We'll play this upgrade first, obviously, to see if it is a recruiter. I think it is. I have 2. I should have 3. Well. So that top card can't be a recruiter, can it? I want to play this upgrade in any case. It is not. Okay. So I'm going to rat this Grand Market and then play the upgrade. Turn this silver into nothing, take a coin, and end turn. I think my deck should be coming together now. I think I have 3 Grand Markets. If they don't get 4 here, which is possible, I guess, but it would be sad. I should be able to get 3. I should have just upgraded the upgrade into Grand Market there, ratted a Grand Market and ended turn. I'm not quite sure why I didn't think of that line in the moment. Okay, they got 2, it looks like. It's not the end of the world. Trash a copper. Okay, so we're playing a recruiter. I'll trash 1 copper here. Grand Market. Okay, so this is upgrade into Grand Market. Buy the last Grand Market. Do a double check of the piles here. Make sure they're not piling imminently. I don't think they are. And then consider when I want to buy on my next turn. So 2 recruiters, upgrade, and then like 3 treasures. So the only stop cards are, I've got 4 stop cards. Amulet, 2 silvers, copper. I don't particularly want to add more stop cards, I think is the thing here. Although I would have to have all 5 stop cards above the 2 recruiters, which seems pretty unlikely. So I could add like another silver here. Perhaps I will do so. I feel like I'm a little bit behind at this point. And I'm hoping to play recruiter, trash a silver. So not a great start. I see 3 of the stop cards immediately at the top of the shuffle out of 3 of 5 out of 13, which seems slightly unlikely, but not outside the realm of expected. As long as I find my, sorry, as I pour a glass of water. As long as I find my recruiter, I should be good. I think I'm only down to one upgrade. I'm the only one who has an upgrade left. Okay. So I'll probably trash my upgrade to a recruiter here, to be honest. There's unfortunately no 4 costs. There are 5 costs, so if I see both recruiters near the top, I might upgrade a recruiter into Farmland or something. But I think we progress now to just money-ish stuff. Provinces, platinums and then colonies and stuff. Having recruiters and food for the recruiters is nice. Because they are the only way to net increase your... No, well, they don't actually increase your hand size, so they're not particularly nice, it looks like, now that I think about it. We also have to consider something like an estate pile-out here, although we both have 5 grand markets, so since we split that, it seems quite a bit less likely in that case. But I want to get the amulet into play. I'm going to trash a silver to recruiter this turn. Buy a platinum, pretty much the order, which is I think what they're doing here. So I'm not going to be particularly ahead in that respect. And I maybe need to, since I'm first player, maybe half a step behind. I need to look for some options where I can gain some advantage, find a pile out. Like if we just trade colonies, we both buy a platinum now and we trade colonies, they win. So I have to look for some ways around that. Now, one way around that is if they take the second to last colony in a bunch of provinces or something. Double platina. Okay, so the plan again was to recruiter a silver, play all of my grand markets. Okay, so my last 2 cards are what? I have another amulet. What did I buy last turn? A silver. I have another silver. And a grand market. So if I play this upgrade, I draw a grand market. Trash something, so I'll trash the copper. Play the grand market. Yeah, I didn't quite find what I needed. Gain a coin. So I can buy farmlands to turn silvers into something. That doesn't seem particularly useful. Okay, so they had more money than me. They had 2 platina. I only had 1. I needed to recruit this recruiter, I guess, but it wasn't in hand when I played it, so I had no way to make that happen. So platinum seems like the best card to add to the deck. So I had 1 platinum and 1 gold, I guess. And see what happens from here. Does gold make sense over something else, going for some kind of pile out? Keep adding recruiters and look for recruiter pile out, but I've only got 6 buys. So I don't really ever see a way to get significantly above 6 buys. Engineer stuff, develop stuff. I don't really see it, so I'm just going to kind of go into the lame thing and hope it works out. I guess I don't want to recruit. I want to recruit the upgrade probably first. The upgrade's doing the least for my deck. So they didn't draw a deck, but they did hit 22, which is double colony, which is, I assume, what they will take. I can also try to progressively lower the recruiter pile with the way of the rat. Their top 2 cards are what? Recruiter, Grand Market, 1 other treasure potentially, perhaps another silver. I can also recruit this amulet along the way. But I think recruiting the upgrade makes the most sense. Now they take platinum. It just seems hard for these decks to work after you've loaded them up with platinums. Unless the goal is to trash all the silvers and then load them up with platinums. Platinum is a 3rd pile, potentially, although it seems pretty unlikely. Gain a silver here, as was the plan. Okay, so we play the recruiter. We trash the upgrade. Right? Or do we trash the recruiter? We trash the upgrade. Play the Grand Market. Play the Grand Market. So last card's that silver. So I am at 22 here. So something I could do is play this recruiter, trash the last silver. I think I just hold on to the last silver here, buy double colony. Try to get through on recruiter silver stuff. Try to get the deck ordered right. The other thing to note here is this farmland pile, right? So I can farmland the last turn colony, this platinum into colony. Although all that does is net me a VP. So double colony here, and hope the draws work out for me. This is not a great starting draw for them. So they added a bunch more stop cards and only had one draw card. Oh, they also had the recruiter on top. So they're likely to trash a silver here, and probably their deck is small enough that they will see it in the Grand Market, but likely they may not see them all here. And this is what we kind of expect the game to come into now. We had this early phase where we went for hard for Grand Markets. So they've got 11. Sorry, they've got 20. Colony is 11, so they can get one colony. And not quite sure what just happened. They undid for some reason. They hit 20, so I know that much. Okay, colony plot. Okay, they're building more. They can double colony pretty easily, but triple colony seems quite a bit outside the realm of what they can possibly do. All right, so this is 6, 9, 14, 18. So I'm up to colony. I'm going to be up to colony. I'm going to be up to colony platinum here. I think I trashed the silver so I can get the amulet into play. Remove 2 cards from the next shuffle. Okay, so this is 11, 16. If I play this recruiter and trash the amulet, then play like the Grand Market, I'm at 18. The number I really wanted to get to is 19. So what do I have down there? I have a Grand Market, 2 colonies, and 1 more card. Assuming it must be a silver. I think I have to play this and try to draw the Grand Market. All right, this puts me down to not quite enough money to do the thing that I need to do. Okay, so this is 19. Yeah, I can just take plus coin here and buy colony province. I cannot double colony even if I wanted to. Provincing the platinum into 16, so I could province the platinum, but that doesn't make any sense. So 21, we go colony province and hope to draw next turn. Do they start dancing with the provinces now? I guess is the question that we have. Both of our decks are getting worse. So they had a bad top of that last shuffle, which leads to a bad top of this shuffle. That was caused, I think, by them having they had a good turn 13 leading into a bad turn 14. A marginally bad turn 14 and a worse, potentially bad turn 15. Well, it looks like their turn 15 is fine. If I get another turn, I don't think they can possibly triple here. So they have four platinum and a gold would, no, 4 platinum and a gold would not triple. So there's no way they can triple here. They can do the farmland tricks. Potentially. So we see what they do. I mean, they could dare me to double colony. It seems somewhat reasonable in these decks to dare me to double colony. I might also try to recruiter and have to recruit like a colony or something to try to get there, which would be very bad. So So I don't actually think I can double colony, can I? I don't know that I have enough money in my deck to double colony. I don't know if they have enough money in their deck. They do, because they have more platinums than I do. They've got 4 platinums, so... there's no other pile, really, that can empty, so it is just colony stuff. So they could take a colony and dare me to double. And I don't think I can, even with best draw. Because I need to hold 3 colonies and a platinum in hand, and then I have no way to get to treasure. So, colony, platinum... or double colony province seems fine for them. Double colony is the only thing I think that's bad. Really, any other line other than double colony is probably fine. I've now seen all their platinums, except for 1. So they've shown them to me, which is nice. Their next hand has what? They had silvers in their deck last turn, right? They played 3 silvers. So they have 3 silvers. They have 3 silvers, 2 colonies, Recruiter, Grand Market. 3 silvers, 2 colonies, Recruiter, Grand Market, Platinum. So Recruiter, so Grand Market, Recruiter, Platinum, Silver, Silver, Silver. So those are 2 colonies in hand. Their next turn is Grand Market, Platinum, 3 silvers. Okay, they played a colony, bought a province, and they buy another province, one assumes. So their next hand, assuming their card in hand is colony, is Grand Market, Recruiter, 3 silvers, colony, Grand Market, Recruiter, 3 silvers, colony. I'm saying it to myself so I can... So they play the Grand Market, and then they play the Recruiter, and they could draw it pretty easily to colony money. So I can't really buy a colony this turn. I'm going to take the coin, I guess. I'm not going to draw back around to see this silver. I guess I'm going to take the coin. Play all the Grand Markets as I see them. Okay. I think I need to play this Recruiter here. Okay, I've seen all my Grand Markets, but I'm capped out in money now. So I think I have to take a colony and hope they don't get there. They've got, again, Grand Market, 3 silvers, Recruiter, colony, so they'd have to draw into either a platinum or another Grand Market. It just seems so easy. They've got 4 platinums. But my next hand is platinum, silver, province. So I'm not getting there next turn either. What is my alternative? Province Raid. The -1 card token seems annoying to them. If I had 16, I could go Colony Raid, and I would feel really good about that. I just don't think I win if I get another turn. I don't see how they don't get Colony on this turn. So how do I win? And I guess I just get another turn is how I win, right? So I just take Province and Gold and hope I get another turn. Or do I take Platinum and Raid and think I'm going to get another turn? Highly strategic Raid play. Maybe. Who knows? And with best possible shuffle here, I can win. That Raid, they only get 1 card into that shuffle, which has the 3 colonies, the province. So 4 bad cards. Obviously, the 4 platinums are nice, and then the 3 platinums, and then 3 Grand Markets. So if I track their shuffle correctly, that Raid had a decent chance of actually shutting them down, which it seems like it did. Their next hand, again, this hand should have 2 silvers in it by my count as well. So their next hand, that 10 cards should be 3 or 4 green cards, 4 grand markets, 3 platinums, 3 green cards, something like that. So doubling next turn seems almost guaranteed for them. Double colonying next turn seems almost guaranteed for them. I didn't say this, but Farmland can turn grand markets into provinces, which actually does net you a money, although it costs you the draw for that. Yeah, so if I can find 5 grand markets, 2 platinums, 1 treasure, I can win here with double colony, basically, or colony, platinum, or whatever we see. Pretty sure the card they drew into the shuffle is platinum, so these 2 cards are 2 provinces, 2 silvers colony. So they do have a LUN. Oh, they're going to raid back. Ah, very, very nice. Okay, well, lead on the recruiter. Oh boy. We trash the recruiter here, I guess. Nothing else to do. You served me well, Mr. Recruiter. Okay, so let's see what happens. 16. 2 grand markets down there. So I can take Farmland Platinum into Colony, buy a raid. They've got grand markets down there. If they bottom decked a couple of grand markets, I can win. Alternatively, I could just take double province. I'm just never provincing next turn is the problem. I just think they're too likely to double province this turn with, how many platinums did they play last turn? They've got 3 platinums and 3 grand markets down here. 3 platinums and 4 grand markets down here. All right. I don't really know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I'm hoping that plus card causes them one of their grand markets not to draw, and then not able to find stuff. They found 2 grand markets. Looks like, ooh, that pause. They were counting farmland stuff, probably. Oh, they found them all. Ugh, I was really hoping that the thing worked. I'm surprised they didn't just click the grand markets, but I guess they were counting farmland stuff. Yeah, good game. I don't quite know what happened there. I think I had some weird janky draws early on that kind of messed up my ability to get the upgrade recruiter stuff going. At the end, they were just a little bit ahead and it was tight. And they're up by 1 moving into game 6.